Quality proteins aren't just for special occasions. With Omaha Steaks, you get unbeatable flavor and value delivered right to your door. They have an unmatched selection of perfectly portioned proteins, including USDA-certified tender steaks, burgers, chicken, pork, seafood, and more. All flash frozen at their moment of peak quality. Then quickly delivered to your door in a dependable cooler. So a great dinner is just minutes away. From Taco Tuesday to a weekend feast. Omaha Steaks practically invented meat delivery, and they've been perfecting the art of premium proteins for over 100 years. With their 100% satisfaction guarantee, you can order with complete confidence. Taste the Omaha Steaks difference, a better, more convenient way to buy proteins. Start getting flavorful proteins delivered today. Visit omahasteaks.com and get $35 off with promo code AUDIO at checkout. That's omahasteaks.com, code AUDIO. Terms apply. See site for details.
Insurance isn't one size fits all. That's why drivers have enjoyed Progressive's Name Your Price tool for years now. With the Name Your Price tool, you tell them what you want to pay, and they'll show you options that fit your budget. So whether you're picking out your first policy or just looking for something that works better for you and your family, they make it easy to see your options. Visit Progressive.com. Find a rate that works for you with the Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Weight Watchers now offers access to affordable GLP-1s. It works for members like,
I'm Haley, and I've lost 100 pounds. Weight Watchers has everything I need, from weight loss medications to nutrition support and help with my side effects. It's all in one place.
Weight Watchers handles the insurance for you and offers affordable cash pay options. With our program, our members are losing more weight with expert nutrition and side effect support.
I'm Mike, and I've lost 135 pounds. Weight Watchers prescribing GLP-1 medications. It's been life-changing.
I'm Sharia, and I lost 80 pounds on Weight Watchers. I realized that it would take more than a prescription to lose weight and feel good on a GLP-1.
Better results, expert support, lose more weight, make it last.
I can't imagine doing a GLP-1 without Weight Watchers.
Get started for as low as $25 at weightwatchers.com/new.
Medications require eligibility and prescription. Patients on 15 milligrams of trizepatide had an average of 21% weight loss in a 72-week clinical trial when paired with diet and exercise. First month as low as $25 with a 12-month Med Plus plan. Does not include the cost of GLP-1 medications.
The iterations of the roster that you guys have had, and now you officially clinched this spot in the top six. Just what does it say about the group that's been able to come together and achieve that?
Yeah, I mean that's where you go to those guys and what they sacrificed for one another. And they believed we could do this, and they gave what they needed to collectively for us to have this opportunity.
And CJ coming out and having 25 points in the first half, especially after what he did in Cleveland the last time. Just curious, just having a veteran who's able to just do what needs to be done.
Yeah, he this year for our team is about building an identity and building a foundation. And so regardless of whether that was going to take us to this place we're at right now, and regardless of what happens going forward, I think that in and of itself is a win. And so CJ not only being a big part of that, he has an identity as a player, and you saw some of that, which is his ability to score, but I think it was the way that he scored. There were some things that we tried to identify in the game plan, and he was just locked in. And in addition to that, I think he's been able and willing to do whatever this team needs at various times. And tonight you saw him put the ball in the basket.
Coach, clinch today with that change of attitude going to the last game of the season, and you still play.
Right now, I think we're just excited to be in this situation, and whoever we play is going to be really good. It's hard for us. It's hard to try to figure that out. It's possible that certain teams want to play us. I don't think for us. The primary thing I think is for us to be healthy. going into the postseason. So that being said, that's been the one thing that has been consistent over the last few weeks and months. You just don't know what's going to happen. It's hard to predict all these games going on. So wherever it falls is where it falls. And, we'll prepare for the playoffs, regardless of who that is.
Hey coach, you talked pre-game about sometimes the difference between the initial centric lineup and the part of the centric lineup. Tonight, just because of the injuries and the rest, you saw it just part of the moment. But it seemed like you used a lot of heavy pick and roll, aggressive coverages, bringing that side over early, and you got success in terms of the numbers on the last turnovers and the things where you got the show. What did you like from the people that coverage in those moments and just those great to take away from the season?
Yeah, I think it was, it's a little bit of pick your poison. I think one of the important things for us in pick and roll defense has been to be able to make adjustments, not only based on who we're playing, also within a game, and also for us with different lineups because we've had so many different lineups. So it's a credit to our guys that they've kind of grabbed onto that. But you're right, that short roll, they've got guys that are capable of doing that and making plays in those situations. And historically, there's no better pick and roll player than James Harden. Donovan's good, run for his money. We saw that last game, so we know how good they are. We knew how good they would be tonight, and I think we're prepared for a really tough game. We were able to break the game open. I thought our guys our competitive level, went up as the game progressed. So whatever we're doing from a pick and roll standpoint for us, I think the emphasis really is on, believing in the game plan, being prepared to adjust and execute.
Felon, almost a quintessential Dyson game in some ways.
Yeah.
Triple doubles not all the time, obviously, but just the impact that he makes play out. What did you see from him on a night when it comes out?
Yeah, he has a sense of kind of finding what the team needs. I think what you saw is his ability to make plays in a variety of ways on the offensive end. I think our guys trust him, and Dyson not only impacts the game in his own right, but I think maybe the best compliment you can pay to a player is he makes everybody better.
These last two games haven't necessarily been the easiest for Jalen, just with fouling out like and then obviously the 3 early ones. What did you like about his adjustment in the second half where he only picked up about 1 foul?
Well, I thought as much as anything, his ability not to lose his concentration. Obviously, he was probably angry with me for taking him out with 3, but we were playing well through that stretch, and we did get him back in the second quarter. Those are always really tough decisions. But like I said, I think his focus coming out in the second half, having not played as much in the first half, was really instrumental. That happened to him in a different way early in the year in Detroit. I'm not sure, I can't recall if he may not have scored in the first half, but he let the game come to him. I don't know, you probably know the line better than me, but I remember thinking about, that mental toughness that's required. And as I said, I think the experiences that we've had throughout the course of the year, really, and that's something for Jalen. You see his play, but how these games have evolved and how he's responded to them, I think is really important and will be important.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Quality proteins aren't just for special occasions. With Omaha Steaks, you get mouth-watering proteins delivered right to your door, individually packaged and portioned, so a great dinner is just minutes away. From Taco Tuesday to a weekend feast, Taste the Omaha Steaks difference. Start getting flavorful proteins delivered today. Visit omahasteaks.com and get $35 off with promo code AUDIO at checkout. That's omahasteaks.com, code AUDIO. Terms apply. See site for details.
If you like the show, please take a moment to rate, review, and subscribe. It really does help the show to grow. Thank you for listening.